I'm Forrest Shaw, and I've got a problem. I'll tell you what my problem isn't. And that's you, everybody out there. Thank you for listening this whole year. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. If you're new, you're old, I appreciate you guys. I have a lot of gratitude for you. Does that make sense? Yeah, gratitude. And I hope that you got or are getting, continue to get as much out of this podcast as I'm getting. I enjoy doing it. I think it is beneficial for myself. This is a selfish way, but I believe it's beneficial for other people too. Several people share their Spotify rap with me and showed it was in their top 5. And that makes me feel good. That makes me feel like, hey, this is all worth it. Because that's why I started doing this podcast for myself, like I've always said, but for other people too. I'm not going to do a podcast next week, and this one's going to be really short. And I know I always say it's going to be short, or not always, but I know I've said in the past it's going to be short. Then 45 minutes later, I'm still just verbal diarrhea. But no, I just wanted to come on and say happy holidays to everybody. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Boxing Day, Happy New Year. Did I miss any? If I did, I'm sorry. Write to me, join the conversation. But it's the end of the year, and this is the 43rd episode, so it's getting close to a year of doing this podcast. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody and wish you a great 2026. And I also, just like such a downer thing, like everybody, holidays, but I also wanted to mention the Rob Reiner thing because I'm not going to be on the air next week. Taking that off. It'll be a little bit past all this, but obviously him and his wife were murdered by their son, and their son is an addict, is an addict, has been an addict, it seems like most of his life, drug addict mainly. And they've, by all accounts, tried to get him help. But such a tragedy. And it just goes to show you, it doesn't matter. Addiction it doesn't give a fuck. It doesn't give a fuck who you are, how much money you have, how many resources, how many people care about you or don't care about you. In the end, you still have to make those decisions to get better. And it doesn't seem like that's what Neil wanted to do, because there is accountability. There's always accountability. People that use their addiction as a crutch to say, well, I'm an addict. And well, this, I don't know if I've talked about a lot on this podcast, but you can't do that. You have to take ownership of who you are, what your actions are. And this is the worst possible outcome of that not happening. I just such a horrific loss. I mean, forget the loss that, we lost, a great director, writer, producer, entertainer, actor. It's just similar things like this have happened, I'm sure, to other people. That's not as publicized. And this is what addiction does to families. It destroys it. And I've seen that firsthand. I did a lot of damage to my own family with my addiction. And luckily, I can never undo it, but luckily I was able to stop the damage that I was doing and try to make restitution and make it right. And maybe I did not fully do that while my mom was alive and other people, but I was trying to, and I was on my way to doing that. So it's never too late. And I wouldn't want anything similar to this, obviously, to happen, but this is like a drastic example. I mean, I think my point is be vigilant, stay sober, stay clean, get sober, get clean. If it's not you and it's somebody else, help them get that help. You can only push them so far, but reach out to somebody, as I always say. If you're feeling shitty, if you're feeling like you might harm yourself. 88, the US and Canada, you know the drill. Wikipedia, list of crisis hotlines, suicide prevention. And I will not see you guys next week. Was that a downer? Was I like, Merry Christmas? It's like, and murder, and we're out. No, I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, let's bring it back up. All right. And 1, and 2, and 3. Well, that wasn't even a Christmas song. Oh, everybody, have a great holidays, a great New Year. I'll see you on their side. My guest will be, who's my next guest? JF Harris. He was one of my first guests. One of the only things that I've ever done on this podcast where I got any negative attention was a TikTok I put up. Me and JF talking about whether you're sober or not if you smoke weed. And holy shit, did people get angry about that. But he was, I want to say, my second or third guest. He's never answered the 8 questions. He got sober on Christmas. This is like preview. What's going to happen? Well, shadow on my face. I got to get better lighting. I don't think I'll be in here. This is my last time recording in here. I'm rambling now. I'm leaving. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you next week. Love you all.